Okay, this video is going to be on how to change spark plugs. The skills are transferable from vehicle to vehicle. First and foremost, you're supposed to take off anything that is in the way of getting to the spark plugs. This vehicle has coil on plug, so you just take these off and then you can get to the spark plug. I do have to take this piece off to get the cylinder spark plug out. Some vehicles have spark plug wires, so it'll be easier to get off. You might not have to take some of this stuff off because it's a lot more flexible. Okay, so you see I got the coils off. I just laid them in order, tried to keep them on best you can. They do have these retainers right here. It's going to be different per vehicle. This is just the vehicle I'm working on. I did notice I do have some oil sitting on top. I believe that's from this PCV solenoid right here. So prior to getting the spark plugs out, I'm gonna blow some air down in there to get any gunk that might be sitting down there out. Okay, I got it all cleaned out. Got the oil cleaned up a little bit, best I could. Can't really see down in there. But next step is to take out the spark plugs. So with this vehicle, I do have to use 2 extensions. I'm going to go over what you should use too. You should use a spark plug socket that has a rubber bushing in here that'll keep the porcelain from breaking off, and it'll also hold the spark plug in the socket when you lift it up. Helpful for these spark plugs that are down in there pretty far. You just put it on there, you'll feel it engage in there, and then break it loose. It's hard to do with one hand. And you repeat this for however many cylinders you have. This one's only 4. So this is what I'm talking about. Once it's out, hold on to it like this. We'll go over what to look for in spark plugs when you get them out. This one's obviously shot. And okay, we're back. I got all these out. Alright, so the issue that we're having with this vehicle is that it's misfiring. It has around 36,000 on these spark plugs, which is par for the course on these. That little brown is normal for an older spark plug. It's just when high voltage goes through that, it attracts dirt particles. It should not be mistaken with exhaust gases seeping through the spark plug. That's not the case. Not saying that it can't happen, but this one isn't doing that. It looks like there is dielectric grease on the actual metal post of the spark plug. That is not okay. Dielectric grease is an insulator. It is not a conductor. So I'll show you where you can put dielectric grease for these spark plugs. You shouldn't put it there. It will only cause issues. I do want to show you a spark plug that has something interesting on it. You'll find this with the misfiring vehicle. See this spark plug? It has that black stain going across it. That's because it's arcing from here to there. That's indicative of it not getting good connection here through the spark plug. So it's taking the path of least resistance, which is going to be here through here. And it might be because of that dielectric grease. It might be because the spark plug is broken inside. Either way, we're going to replace it, but I just wanted to show you, help you diagnose some problems with your spark plugs. Okay, we got the new spark plug here. I just wanted to show you how different they do look from, just 36,000 miles and brand new. You should always check the gap. That's this part down here between the, I'm not getting very good focus here, but the electrode and the point there, you should check that gap. I've already done so, and it's all correct. Each vehicle, the gap is specifically stated in the service manual, or on some materials online you can find that. So we'll get these in. Before that, I do want to show you where the dielectric grease goes, if you want to put it on there. So dielectric grease is actually an insulator. So with that being said, you can put dielectric grease on the inside of the boot here. Do not get it on that contact point right there. You will get more resistance, and more resistance you can cause this cable in here. This is actually a wire. Looks like a spring almost. You can cause that to overheat, and then for this one you'd have to replace this entire coil because they don't sell it separately. For spark plug wires, it's a little different. You can just replace the wire, but a lot of times they just sell the entire kit, which is 36 bucks. These are $100 a coil for this vehicle. So you can see here they got it on the contact point in there. I'm going to try to clean that off with the Q-tip, but I will apply it on the inside of this boot here just to protect it from arcing across the body of the spark plug. Okay, got them all cleaned up in there. Get a good angle there. I will put a small coating on the end there. Again, that's just to keep it from arcing across the plug, and it's going to keep it from getting stuck on the ceramic of the spark plug. It'll help it for maintenance down in the future. If you want to, you can put some on the spark plug too. I'm going to, but I can't do it with one hand. I'm trying to hold the camera and do this. Okay, I got a spark plug balanced here pretty well. Do not get it on this contact. Again, do not get it on the metal part, only put on the ceramic part. If you want to use dielectric grease at all, I recommend that you do, but do not get it here. If you're worried about the contact and you want to improve the connectivity, use like Oxguard or some other supplement. But alright, I got all the spark plugs in. This is the last one. Now for torque on spark plugs, for most of the time, you just get them hand tight, and then you do a quarter turn more. Most spark plugs, that's it, unless there's another spec per the manufacturer or the spark plug that you need to go tighter or looser. But that's the general rule of thumb. You just get it hand tight, and then quarter turn more. That's all it needs. Some people over torque them and then they end up snapping their spark plug. Yeah, you don't need to get it tight. That's one thing that you do have to watch out for these spark plug sockets. They don't like to let the spark plug go when you're installing them. So if you're using an extension, a lot of times you'll just lose the socket down in there. So just make sure that you're being extra cautious pulling it back up. So I'll get all these tightened up and then we'll finish her up. Okay, all of them are torqued down. They are all seated. It's dark, you really can't see in there. I got the dielectric grease on the edge of the boot, not on the contact point. I will say that I'm going to wipe a little bit off of there because I might get some on the contact point of the spark plug while putting it down in there, because I can't really guide it after a certain point because I can't see. So I will wipe down that a little bit to help eliminate that. This one's okay. So we'll get this wiped up and get these boots on. Okay, one thing I noticed with this vehicle, when you put the spark plug wire or boot on the spark plug, you should feel a click on most vehicles. This one, you're not going to feel a click. If you just look there, it's just a cone, and it just sits on top of the spark plug itself. You might feel the boot slip over the ceramic, but that's all that you're going to feel. Just use an old one for example. See, you're not going to feel that. And this is the spring I was talking about. When you push it down, that spring's just going to push it back out to improve connectivity. A little more of that dielectric grease I was talking about. So, but spark plug wires, they do have a little clasp that'll clip into that spark plug. So the wires, you will feel that. Boots, not necessarily. These bolts help keep it down onto the spark plug itself to improve connectivity. Okay, I had a little hiccup there. I was trying to get all the wires on with, or the boots on with the wires. It wasn't, I just disconnected them. Pull that little yellow tab and pull it out. On this model, again, every model's gonna be different. It's a lot easier this way. So you're all in. Time to just pretty much work in reverse order. You put all your stuff on that you took off to perform the repair, and then it's done. Got to move this clamp down to where it was, and you're all done. That's basically all that there is to spark plugs. Everyone should know how to do your spark plug. That's why I did this video, to kind of informative, and we'll say bolt-in on dielectric grease. This one got ran over by one of the vehicles. Not sure when that happened, but anyways. So yeah, that's it.